If you're wondering if you should stay or leave your relationship, I'm going to give you 7 signs that your relationship either needs to end or it's in serious trouble and it's time to pay attention and get help now. I'm Valerie Jones. I am a coach, author of The Selfish Year, podcast host of the Selfish Woman podcast, and I'm here to tell you what nobody else will about your relationship and why you need to pay attention to these warning signs. Follow for more and subscribe to make sure you are up to date on all the new videos. All right, let's get into it. My 7 signs that your relationship is in serious trouble or it's time for you to think about leaving. Okay, sign number 1 is communication. Your communication has stalled out. Maybe you are living like roommates and you aren't talking to each other, or you're in serious toxic conflict with each other and you keep spinning around and around the same subjects, but you never get resolution. It might feel like you're shouting into the void. It doesn't matter how you say it, or what time of day you say it, or how you phrase it, nothing's getting resolved. Communication is the lifeline of a relationship, and when this tanks, so does your relationship. Sign number 2 is intimacy. The intimacy is gone, and I'm not just talking about sex here, I'm talking about physical and emotional intimacy. If these aren't there anymore, your relationship is in trouble. I call sex the barometer of a relationship. What's happening in the bedroom is a reflection of what's going on in the relationship. And if you've lost interest or it's just not happening anymore, this is a warning sign. You need to pay attention. And if your emotional intimacy is gone, if you are not going deep with each other, being vulnerable and feeling safe to share how you feel, and the other person is too, if that's not there, this is a big problem. It needs to be addressed. Sign number 3 is conflict. Now, this is different from your communication style. Conflict is normal in a relationship. In fact, it's healthy. If you don't have any conflict, there is something wrong. You're not going deep enough. You're not talking about the real issues. But your conflict needs to be healthy. And if your conflict is dysfunctional, toxic, emotionally abusive, if you're calling names, if you're being critical, or really just not hearing and understanding each other, this is a big warning sign that your relationship is nearing the end. Sign number 4 is safety. Now, hear me when I say this. This could be physical safety. If you feel as though you are in physical danger, you need to get out now. Call your local DV shelter for help, hotlines. But if it's emotional safety, this is something that is essential in a relationship. This means you feel safe to be authentic, to bring up issues, to talk about whatever you need to talk about, and it feels safe for you to do so. If there isn't emotional safety in your relationship, you're going to clam up. You're not going to share. You're not going to speak up because you know what's going to happen. Same old, same old. And so, what's the point? When you get to that point where it really just doesn't even feel safe to show up in a way that feels authentic and natural for you, this is a big sign. Sign number 5 is growth. You've outgrown your partner. A lot of women are doing your work, you're healing, you're growing, you're evolving, which is amazing, but you start to feel this gap happening between you and your partner because he's not doing his work. He's not in therapy. He's not working with a coach. He's not doing all the stuff that you're doing. And your growth actually creates change in the relationship. And you need to look at that as a sign. Is your partner willing and able to grow with you, alongside you? Or are you eventually going to outgrow this relationship and evolve? And that is a big sign, if that's happening, that it's probably time to end it. Sign number 6 is trust. If trust has been broken, this has to be addressed. And maybe they cheated, maybe they lied, whatever it was, trust was broken. And now you're feeling pressured perhaps to just get over it. But you can't get over it. And here's why. Because unless that broken trust is repaired, you're always going to feel that worry, that nervousness, that lack of trust, right? And trust can be broken in an instant, but it takes a very long time to rebuild it. And if your partner is not willing to do that work to rebuild that trust with you, it's going to be a breach that ultimately will be unsolved. And sign number 7 that it might be time to end your relationship is this: energy. The relationship drains you more than it fuels you. You know this feeling if this is present in your relationship. You just feel exhausted. You feel like you're running on fumes, and you feel as though this is taking more than it's giving. Love should add to your life, not deplete it. If it's sucking the life out of you, it's probably already over. So, how many of these signs do you notice in your relationship? If you saw yourself or your relationship in even one of these signs, it's time to get real with yourself. You deserve more than scraps. You deserve a relationship that is fulfilling, challenging, rewarding. You deserve a relationship that feels like oxygen, not like you're drowning. The first step is awareness. You can't change what you can't see. So use these 7 signs to take a good hard look at your relationship, get real about what's going on so that you can make a wise decision going forward. If you want more support, you can grab my Get Off the Fence course. It is a mini 6-video series that is taking you through everything you need to think about. So click the link below to get that course, Get Off the Fence, and finally make a decision, because living in limbo, should I stay or should I go, sucks, and you're not getting anywhere in your life as long as you stay on the fence of indecision. So grab Get Off the Fence, use that to help you to finally make the decision that's right for you, for your kids, for your future. And I will see you in the next video.